Hello, beautiful souls. Firstly, I hope you are doing so well wherever you are in the world, and welcome to this life update video, also with me sharing some of my favourite things. I've got like a stack over here, like a pile of my favourite things that I want to share with you. But first, let's get into this life update because I haven't been sharing that much on here recently. I have on my Instagram actually, but this always feels like more of an opportunity to share from the heart. And this year for me has been a massive transformational year with so many changes, so many new beginnings. And it's almost like I've been in this whirlwind of change and transformation and new cycles, new beginnings, that I haven't quite found like the grounded space to share through all of that. But here I am with an update for you. It's crazy when I reflect already on where this year began with me living on my own in my grandparents' house in Brighton while they were away, to not knowing where I was going to be, where I was going, running the marathon, and then finding my new home in April, which is where I am now. So it's been a few months and I'm settled, which is why the timing of this video is so perfect. And there's just been a lot of change and a lot of new beginnings, like I say. So first of all, with my home, welcome! I love it, I'm so happy. Just straight in there, I'm happy, it's all good, things are good. I'm so enjoying this process of decorating. Growing roots has been a real theme for me since being here, and it feels like I am exactly where I'm meant to be. Also, just to speak into this year in general, in numerology, this year, 2025, is a number 9. If you add 2 plus 2 plus 5, you get 9. So that's how numerology of a year works. And number 9 is the end of the cycle. So next year will be a 1. And 9 is about the snake shedding its skin. It's like letting go, ending a beautiful chapter, ending a cycle, and we're about to embark on a completely new cycle next year in 2026. So I don't think it's any coincidence that the themes of my life have been so aligned with number 9. So I just wanted to put that out there for you to reflect as well and think about how possibly this year for you has been transformational as you shed your skin to embark on a whole new chapter next year. But yeah, back to home. I had been living in Bali on and off for a couple of years, and that journey was an incredible one, full of just pure magic. I really felt like it was the initiation for me to connect into my heart space and open my heart. And it served me so incredibly well. But towards the end of my time there, I was craving home, craving a space for me to grow roots and to have my own space, like my own safe sanctuary. And in Bali, that wasn't fully possible for me because I knew it wasn't going to be home in the long run. I'm really close to my family and my friends, and I just knew Bali was like my school for me to learn and grow and evolve and just step into an abundance of love. But it wasn't going to be a forever thing. So I was craving home, and I feel like I have found it here. I don't know if this is a forever thing. I mean, I'm renting, so it's not a forever thing, but I took a gamble with the area I'm living in London, and it was the right decision for sure. I think throwing myself straight back into like the thick of London would have been too much. But where I am is like on the outskirts, so it's that beautiful balance of being accessible to the city but also in this space and connected to nature, which is so important for me. So what I love about where I'm living now is that I'm able to grow roots. I have all of my own things, which feels so good, which sounds so simple, but I haven't had that for a while. So it's been so much fun decorating here and turning it into my safe sanctuary, my haven. I love my routine. I'm outside in nature every single day. And one thing that I'm not loving, which I hope will come soon, is that I'm missing a sense of community. And that is something that I've always had in my areas that I've lived in London, but also in Bali. I had the most incredible feeling of community and family in a way, like the family you choose. The people I met were so beautiful, and we were all so close, like physically, but also emotionally. And we would hang out a lot and very spontaneously, like just spontaneous yoga classes together or coffees or work days. And I'm missing that here because my friends don't live in this area. So I'm hoping it will come in time. You can't have everything, especially not all at once. So I'm calling in my tribe in this area. And I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm such a homebody and I don't have that kind of work environment where I'm in an office or commuting. So I'm not exactly putting myself out there to find community yet. So that will come, right? So that's kind of the pros and cons, I suppose. But all in all, I love it. I feel so blessed and so grateful to be here, to be in this area, to be back in England, in my home country, my homeland, and in this beautiful, beautiful apartment. I have some favourite corners as well of this apartment. So kind of behind me, this is like my cozy sanctuary. This is where I read, relax. I often meditate on the chair, or actually, what I often do is I'll kind of set myself up to meditate there and then I end up on the floor. I love, there's something very grounding about being on the ground. But to just be on the floor to meditate is my preference. So this kind of whole area is my very peaceful corner, my snug. Um, I love my living area. I love my kitchen where I'm cooking. Every single day I am cooking, and that's again something I missed when I was abroad. I didn't have like my own kitchen and my own ingredients, which I've realized is so important to me. Cooking is part of my meditative process, I suppose. It's really a time where I come back to myself and switch off, or maybe switch on, depends which way you see it. Okay, so I have had a lot going on in the background this whole year. This whole year has actually been a birthing process for me with Open Hearts Club. So you may have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a lot about Open Hearts Club. It's a project that I have been working on and created this year. And I first had the idea for it in January, which is so fitting for the beginning of the year. But that's when I started visioning up what Open Hearts Club is. I had no idea what the name was, by the way, at that point. I think that came in like March. But up until that point, it was more just the idea and the feeling of what Open Hearts Club is and would become. And yeah, it's been this whole birth process. I announced this in September, which is exactly 9 months. Literally, January to September was me preparing, and then I birthed it to the world in September. I hadn't thought of that until now. But it's essentially a space that I have created online and in person to connect into the heart space. A massive part of my journey, and possibly the main core, the heart of my journey over the years, through yoga, through living abroad, with love, has all been about me connecting into my heart and learning to listen to the whispers of my heart, the wisdom of my heart, and to allow myself to open. my heart. And so that is essentially what Open Hearts Club is. I am sharing everything that I have learned, and I'm welcoming in guests as well to share their wisdom. So I've had the first event happening, well, it happened on the 5th of October, and it was a magical and very special cacao ceremony. Cacao is the raw form of chocolate, and it's a natural plant ingredient that is known to open the heart space. So it just felt so fitting to have the first ever event in London as a ceremony with cacao. So that was very special, with a cacao facilitator called Delia. And it was so special to meet some of my followers as well. I haven't done this in years, and that in itself for me personally was the most heart-opening aspect of this whole event. It was having like-minded people come together who have followed me for a long time, most people, and it was just, I can't put into words the feeling of welcoming these women into one room. So that was incredibly special, and the first of many. And the next one is happening in December. It's going to be yoga. I'm teaching, and you're all invited, but just keep your eyes peeled for the details. I have the Open Hearts Club Instagram up and running, so you can head over there, and that's the best place to find out the details of the next events. And I'm also going to be starting online community calls. So it's not just in person, it's also a digital space. So wherever you are, you can be part of this Open Hearts Club community. All right, on to some more like tangible things that I can share. Books. I haven't shared books that I've been reading in so long. This actually feels like such an old school kind of YouTube video that I used to do of like my favorite things. I honestly haven't done this in years. So, starting with the book I'm reading right now, Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. This, I feel like I am so late to the party because this is actually a few years old. I feel like 5 years, maybe more than 5 years old. And I've had this, I feel ashamed, but I've had this on my shelf for a long, long time. Arguably, I wasn't near that shelf because it was at my mum's house, and I have been away. But I've been in possession of this book for a long time. So I brought this book with me to my new home, and it's been on my shelf since I lived here. And I picked it up last week, and I haven't been able to put it down. It is so funny and so nostalgic. I feel like if you're a millennial, you will relate so much to this. Also, particularly if you grew up in the UK. Like, so much of what she's describing is it just feels so nostalgic, and she's absolutely hilarious. It's very much about her journey of growing up and her experiences of love and dating, and I absolutely love it. It's such an easy, fun read, so really recommend that. The other one is also like, I'm late to the party, Where the Crawdads Sing. So my cousin Arabella bought me this book for Christmas, and again I brought it with me here, and it was on my shelf, and I picked it up and I couldn't put it down. Such a beautiful, beautiful novel. I really felt inspired by the character's connection to nature, and having such a passion and a true raw talent I found incredibly inspiring, and also was very connected to the heart. Like, the main character in this, Kaya, her passion for finding natural objects such as shells and feathers is such a true heart connection. Like, that is a passion that comes from the heart, and I just found it so, so beautiful to read. It's not all fluffy and cute and shells and feathers though. There's a real twist. So that's a good novel. Now, the reason I felt called to read two novels back to back is because the book before was so heavy. It was this one called The Body Keeps the Score. Oh, by the way, I should give credit. Where the Crawdads Sing is by Delia, Owens. The Body Keeps the Score is by Bessel van der Kolk. And it's not a novel. This is about healing from trauma. So it's about brain, mind, and body in healing of trauma. And it's heavy. It's a lot. It's very scientific. Scientists would probably be like, no, it's not. But I found it's not light reading. I mean, it's about trauma, so it's heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. And the stories that are shared in this are a lot to read. So I found I could only read this in like small amounts over a long period of time. I'm really selling this to you, aren't I? It's incredibly enlightening on people who are experiencing trauma, who are healing from trauma. But the key messages and takeaways from this, I do think, are profound. And I learnt a lot from this book, let's just say. I learnt a lot. And if it's a topic, if psychology and psychotherapy is a topic you're interested in, let's just let this. You don't hear many like sirens in my area, so when it happens, I feel like an old lady in a village being like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, "Ooh." Whereas in other parts of London, it's like, yeah, it's every 5 seconds. Yeah, if you're interested in psychotherapy, psychoanalysis, this is a fascinating book. I found it so interesting, but I could only consume it in small, like bite-sized pieces. It's actually made me more curious about other books as well that I want to read in this space. Okay, on to a lighter note, because, I mean, speaking about heavy trauma, complete opposite now. Products, things I have been loving recently. Actually, one of these not so recently, but I need to talk about it because, I just am obsessed. So, Drunk Elephant. This is a beautiful cream. This is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Now, this was actually a goodie bag in my Open Hearts Club event on the 5th of October. By the way, the goodie bag was incredible. Like, we had some incredible brands in there, including this full-sized cream. So actually the events are probably worth it just for the goodie bags. Honestly, they were insane. People were very happy with them. But I have been using this since that event, so over a month now, and it has been so beautiful to use every morning and evening. It's thick and it feels so indulgent, and I wouldn't have used this throughout the summer, but now that we're in autumn and as the seasons transition, the air becomes colder, just that shift in season, I feel like my skin has been craving something like more hydrating and thick, and this is perfect. So this is the Rescue and Recover. Absolutely love. Okay, the next one. This is Floral Street, but it's not like a main big fragrance. It's all of the little tiny testers. So this was sent to me in a PR package, and I think it was like to try just all of their fragrances, and maybe I let them know which one my favorite is. I'm not sure, but like I am having so much fun with these little testers, and it became like a project for me of like, I want to find out which is my favorite one. And I cannot tell you like how hard it was, because every single one I was like, oh my gosh, this is the one. Actually, not so much the ones down here, they were too heavy for me. So like Black Lotus, the Lang Lang Espresso, they were quite heavy. But I've narrowed it down to two, and I still can't decide which one is my favorite. The two are Wonderland Peony. I nearly said poppy. So Wonderland Peony and Neon Rose. Oh, they're so gorgeous. And I can't decide. I can't decide. Oh, maybe this one actually, Wonderland Peony. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Love, love, love. But yeah, I'm having so much fun with like different fragrance every single day. It's like, who am I going to be today? And then the last product that I have been loving but also have known for many years is Yogi Tea. They are such a lovely, lovely brand. This is always my tea of choice. I went a bit mad moving in here and bought about 7 packs. I just can't get enough of them. And one of the reasons I love them isn't just because of the beautiful taste and aroma of these teas. They're Ayurvedic, by the way, so I'm so aligned with Ayurveda. I just absolutely love. But it's also because they come with little messages on the tags. Every single one is different, and this one that I've got is believe in something higher. And it's just so nice, like throughout the day, to have a cup of tea and be like, oh, I wonder what my message is. This one is the rose. I also love the classic chai, you can't go wrong. Women's Energy, I think it's called. That one is beautiful. And then also there's like a nighttime tea that I love. They're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous teas. Okay, moving on to practices that I have been taking on recently and like rituals. So I have made it an absolute priority in my daily routine to go for a walk. Even if it's 5 minutes, no, not 5 minutes, 10, let's say 10 minutes, even if like I don't have a lot of time and it's just at lunchtime, to pop out and just walk outside, disconnect from my phone. I turn my phone on airplane mode and just be outside. And even on the days when it's raining, it's pouring with rain now, it's so dark outside, dark and rainy and gloomy, and I just want to be inside, I still take myself outside, and every single time I'm grateful that I did. I'm glad that I did. I've never regretted a walk. But if I can, I go for a much longer walk or run. So actually, a slight update on running. I am in such a good solid routine with my running at the moment. I run 3 or 4 times a week, anything between 8 to 12 kilometers, and I am so enjoying it. I love it. So on the days that I run, I often wouldn't go for a walk because it's, yeah, similar. But it has made such a lovely impact to my day. So that's a number one priority. I went for a really long walk today. I'm just going to check how many steps I walked. I met with my friend Marina. One thing, by the way, about living in a place with so much nature and endless opportunities for a beautiful walk is that people in London are, or like central London, are so up for coming here for a walk. So I have a lot of friends that come meet me for like morning walks. I've done 18,695 steps today. Love it. We went for such a nice cozy walk, all wrapped up in the rain, and got a coffee. It was so nice. Another little practice or ritual that I have been really enjoying is Insight Timer. It's an app, and I think I'm just on the free version. I don't think I pay for it. And in the evenings when I'm in bed to fall asleep, I listen to one of their meditations. They have these sleep guided meditations, and it is so lovely to fall asleep to. They do just have like relaxing music or kind of background sounds like rain or thunderstorms, but there's a couple of meditation facilitators that I love on here, and yeah, I just play, I fall asleep, and it continues, and I love that. Here we go. I'll just quickly show you this. Honestly, thousands and thousands to choose from, and I also use it. This is a general meditation timer, and this is what I use every single time I meditate for 20 minutes, and you can set a start bell and end bell. You can have music playing in the background or just complete silence, but it's really useful when you're meditating to have some kind of timer that will gently bring you back. And my third practice is that I'm not journaling. Like, this is like, I feel like I'm de-influencing you with this, but I am generally a journaler, and at times I have done it every single day religiously, especially when I was in Bali. But recently, as in like the last few months, it just has not been part of my daily practice. I've journaled here and there, but at times I haven't journaled for like a month, and that has actually felt fine. Like, okay, I haven't felt called to journal as much as I used to. I'm sure it will come back. Like so many things, like yoga, like meditation, we can come in and out. It's like it comes in ebbs and flows. We can come in and out of the routine. But something I've been loving instead of journaling recently are my oracle cards. These are so special. This one I've had for a number of years. One of my close friends bought them for me for my birthday years ago, and I adore them. I literally, I'll pull a card for you. So I literally just like shuffle them. Sometimes a card will just jump out, or I lay them out and pick like the one that is calling me most. My friend actually, Camilla, came over the other day. She sat right here in my favorite chair, and I laid out all of my oracle cards and gave her a full reading. And that was so fun to do. I felt like a tarot reader. I was like, pick a card, any card. Oh, here we go. One's gonna. This one. Yes. Just say yes. If you've had a question that you've needed an answer to recently, whatever that may be, could be about your work, any major life decisions, moving abroad, a relationship, someone, something, the answer is yes. So there you go. And it doesn't want to come back in the pack as well, so that is a big yes. Normally they can be quite like a real deep obscure message, and I often like read from here, but that one, the actual in the book, the whole page just says yes, 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 yes. Can you see that? Yes, 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 yes. That is the message. There you go. And the other oracle cards that I bought recently, I've wanted these for so long, and they were actually quite hard to find. They are the Universal Love cards, and these are so special that they have very, very different messages to my other oracle cards that I just shared. And I feel they just work so beautifully together. Here we go. Golden memories. Oh, golden memories. I've added in this section, which it's not like a tangible object, but it's like what themes are coming up in my life, because I feel like that's pretty important for a life update. And the number one theme in my life that is coming up at the moment is trust. It's something I am reminding myself every day, and often multiple times in a day, to trust. Trust in the outcome, surrender. Sometimes I think I personally like to be in control. I like the feeling of being in control of areas of my life, but actually there's such a soft power in releasing the grip and trusting that actually you don't need to try and force things. It can just unfold exactly as it's meant to. And this has created this beautiful sense of freedom in my day-to-day life of just trust, surrender. You're so guided, you're so protected. We don't need to have it all figured out. It's okay. And another major theme in my life, I want to say this whole year, has been about the heart, connecting into the heart, opening the heart, and surrendering to my heart. And that also coincides with connecting to my higher self. So I have this deep feeling that my heart is the portal, the gateway to my higher self. And so a lot of my meditations are about connecting here to the energetic heart, to my higher self. And that's where the wisdom resides. So yeah, that's been a massive theme in my life recently. And also cultivating self-love. But that comes naturally when you start connecting into the heart and connecting into your higher self. That is deeply rooted in cultivating self-love. I think self-love is the result of doing that. Okay, lastly, I'm going to end with 3 gratitudes. This is something that I learned when I was living in Bali, and every single day, whether it's first thing in the morning or the last thing you do before you go to bed, think of 3 gratitudes in your life right now. And so mine today are going to be, I am so grateful to my friend Marina for coming for such a beautiful walk with me. We had so many lovely, wholesome chats. I am grateful for, this is such a random one, but it's come to mind. On the walk, I spotted these teeny tiny little mushrooms that were growing. They were like on our path. And I stopped Marina. I was like, look at these teeny tiny little mushrooms. They're so cute. And she just found it hilarious. She was like, how did you even see them? They were like tiny, tiny, tiny. And I'm grateful for spotting the little things because I think they deserve the love. I am really grateful for this space that I am in now, and that I've created a space for others to come and treat it like home as well. I have my cousin, actually Arabella, who I mentioned earlier, who bought me the book. She's coming to stay tonight for the whole weekend with 2 of her girlfriends, and I feel really grateful that she is coming to stay with me and that I have this space for her to come and spend some time with her friends and me. So they're my 3 gratitudes, and I welcome you to pause the video and think about your 3 gratitudes today. They can be as big or as small as you like, as teeny tiny as the mushrooms I saw this morning. Okay, I'm gonna round up this video now. I had an idea that it would be so nice for you guys to leave any questions in the comments down below that you would like me to answer. And I felt like it would be so nice for me to answer one or a few of these videos, a few of those questions in a future video. So let me know. No, don't let me know. I'm asking. Send me your question. Write your question in the comments, and yeah, maybe I'll answer it in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. My tea has been sat here this whole video and it's completely full. I haven't had a sip and it's still somewhat warm. Thought it would be cold. So I'm going to enjoy my lovely yogi tea. Thank you for watching. Sending you so much love and blessings. Mwah.